How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I have for you all some viewer game highlights, but I honestly think that I have built the best team in Diamond Dynasty that you can possibly have. I think I also have other reserve players, but I think that this is the most balanced lineup. These guys I have used for quite some time now. I recently picked up Jimmy Fox. I've been trying out some of these cards. The pitchers are fairly good as well. I think that you could argue that a couple other pitchers are a little bit better than the ones I have. But for me personally, I think that this is the best balanced Diamond Dynasty team in MLB The Show 19. Obviously, we don't have all of the cards released into the game yet, but I did want to go over some viewer game highlights. Right here, we are going up against BioVoltage, and he's got Nolan Ryan on the mound. Nolan Ryan could be one of the top pitchers in the game as well. It's really tough to pick up whether he's throwing a circle changeup, curveball, or fastball, but he really only has those three pitches, including the sinker as well. But that pitch seems to not really have the most control on it. He has about 50 control. It can be kind of hit or miss. There, I hit it up the middle with Ted Williams, the three-hole hitter, because I have Babe Ruth in the leadoff spot. Ted Williams is in the three, and it seems to be working out pretty well. I have kind of mixed up my lineup here and there. I also like using Ichiro, since he is my favorite player of all time. Here, Jimmy Fox hits one out of the reach of Ichiro, and he gets that ball in rather quickly. I thought I was going to be thrown out at third base with Ted Williams right there. He seemed to almost get stuck at second base, kind of took a weird angle and directly ran to third. It was kind of interesting. But anyway, we get a nice sac fly with Lou Gehrig, and I meant to send both runners, but I thought for sure Jimmy Fox would get into third base there safely. I didn't even try to send him back. I figured he was in, and we end up not scoring that second run. So that's a big run, especially in these shortened 3-inning games. Anything can really happen. If the opponent gets locked in at the plate, they can score, a handful of runs without even recording an out. Here, Mike Trout smacks one to left field. Probably should have been a home run. I got a little bit lucky in that situation. Now we're facing Frank Thomas with Tom Seaver. Dane Fidel, who is BioVoltage over on Twitch, he did let me know that he has a tough time hitting Tom Seaver. So I think that a lot of people have a tough time hitting Tom Seaver as well. I certainly do. He's one of the most dominant pitchers in MLB The Show 19. He was the best pitcher in last year's game, and as soon as I unlocked him this year, I thought that he would be easily the best pitcher in the game as soon as he was unlocked by the majority of the community. I figured a lot of people would use him. Haven't really faced him as much as I thought I would, but I've used him as my ace. I've used him as my number 2, my number 3. I like using Bob Feller or Kershaw, as I showed at the previous screen early on in this video. But basically, Willie Mays hits a home run, got a little bit lucky, threw a fastball down the plate with Patrick Corbin. Might have had bad feedback on that slide step pitch. Might have thought I was stealing, but we end up getting the win there. I probably could have lost that game. It was pretty close. I mean, 3-0 ball game. I cost myself a run, as well as got pretty lucky with some lineouts. So in this next one, we are going up against Lil Nick. Lil Nick has been selected to play during viewer games quite a bit in the most recent times. He's been a part of almost every live stream, and he has been selected quite a few times. Here he's getting a nice base hit with Christian Yelich up the middle. We got out of that last inning. Now we have Ted Williams up at the plate, and he hangs a curveball there, squared that one up, sent it out for a no-doubter, and that's really been the difference in some of these viewer games. I mean, the mistake pitches have been hit from both sides. Whether I'm winning or losing, it's all about who makes the most mistakes and who can capitalize on those pitches. I mean, it's very tough to pitch in this game. Sometimes the pitcher's just going to randomly hang one regardless. That's exactly what happened here. We got the hanging slider, hit it out with Honus Wagner to expand the lead 3-0. But Lil Nick has played really well the last couple times we've played. He has gotten much better at the game. He has beaten me a couple times and really competed in some of these games. Here we're getting a nice base hit with Babe Ruth up the middle. Started to square the ball up more consistently in this gameplay. I noticed that he threw a first pitch changeup, came back with another curveball, I believe, but that one hung over the middle of the plate a little bit. We scored a couple runs in that last inning. Now he's down to his last couple of outs, but no lead is safe, especially going up against good players. I mean, he sends one deep, an 0-2 count, hits the slider out for a home run with Josh Bell, and that's a very good card. He definitely has improved his team significantly, as well as his gameplay. He's definitely a much tougher opponent. He's been practicing, and it really shows. I can definitely tell when people are getting better. Same type of thing here with Bowers. I know that he's played some really competitive games against me. Here we got lucky. We sent one up the middle. The play was not made, and you never really know with that situation. But I'm always excited to see everybody improving when we play these viewer games over the year and whatnot. I'm always down for these type of friendly competition games where we can kind of try and practice, try and improve in all aspects of the game. I'm always working on different things when I'm trying to play these viewer games. For the most part, I'm usually working on pitching sequences and trying to throw different pitches in the zone, trying to mix it up. You guys know exactly how I play too, so that can also be a factor. I try to play the same game. I'm not going to change it up, but I know that you guys watch the videos, you guys see yourselves play and try to make improvements from that. So I really think that there are a lot of positives from playing these viewer games. I really look forward to it, and I'm almost more excited to play against you guys than actually play for World Series, if that makes sense. So I kind of just want to throw that out there. I really appreciate everybody that tunes into the live stream. I appreciate everybody that enters and is willing to play. I know you're not able to all the time, but when you do, I really do appreciate it. We wouldn't be able to have those types of streams if it wasn't for everybody in the chat and whatnot. But here we have a tight situation. This one probably should have been a 2-run shot where he takes the lead. I got extremely lucky that that one stayed in the yard. I have no idea how that was not sent over the fence for a no-doubter. That was definitely a good squared-up swing. You never really know what to expect, but we get a nice base hit the other way with Babe Ruth, trying to expand this lead. No lead is ever safe, especially a 1-run lead when the opponent is a home team. Bowers is a very good player. He's down to his last out, and he gets the base knock up the middle, just out of the reach of Honus Wagner, and now he has a chance to walk this game off. We will have to face Ken Griffey Jr., who already has a home run in the ball game. I went with the fastball up in the zone. I believe that was a cutter, and somehow he got on top of that. I have no idea how that happened. I thought for sure, as soon as I threw the pitch, that it was going to be sent out for a game-winning homer. But that was a great game by Bowers, and he was able to stay in the ball game there. 2-1 game, great finish, and made it really interesting. But now we're going up against Ultimate Saiyan, who is also, I've matched up with him a few times, and I have definitely noticed improvements in his team. He has been grinding the game out. He got some much better players. Uses a more of a budget team. He does have a couple of guys that you unlock through the XP reward path, some of the players that you get throughout the signature team moments, and it's really nice to see all the different varieties of everybody's team. Here he's got a nice base hit with Ichiro. Jimmy Fox kind of knocks that one down. We get the fielder's choice out, unable to turn it for a double play there. Now we're facing Paul Goldschmidt, who is not really a card I face too often. I'm wondering if Ultimate Saiyan was just trying him out. I didn't even notice that I was facing this card at the time. We had 2 down with the guy in second base. He does line out to center. Hit that ball really well, but Paul Goldschmidt might not have the highest vision. I don't know if I would necessarily do well with that card simply because he has the right-handed swing. One-handed swing, I don't really perform too well with those guys, but that's why I mentioned at the beginning of the video that this is the best Diamond Dynasty team for me. In my opinion, these guys are the most all-around balanced hitters that I could come up with. I honestly feel 1 through 8, I have a solid lineup. Really, anybody can hit a home run at any time. I'm really comfortable with the guys that I'm using, and that is another reason why I think that those guys are the best for me. I really like the swing type on these players that I'm using. Here we have Honus Wagner up at the plate, sends one up the middle. Looked like I could jam myself there a little bit. It was actually a good squared up swing. The PCI was on it. It wasn't a perfect swing, but kind of an interesting hit to say the least. We go to Cody Bellinger off the bench as a pinch hitter, and a lot of people would be starting this card over guys like Babe Ruth or Ted Williams simply because he has better fielding. I like using that card off the bench. I like using Ted Williams because I haven't really noticed too much on the defensive side where it makes that huge, that big of a difference. It has really been a minimal difference on defense. Sure, at times he's going to miss the ball, but the amount of hits I get with them and the amount of runs I'm able to create with that card is worth it on the defensive end. Anyway, he does have a chance here. He does have a chance to tie it up. Vladimir Guerrero sends one through the shift there, and now he has Tony Gwynn. Last time I played Ultimate Saiyan, he killed me with Tony Gwynn. He went off with them. Here he gets a nice line drive and did not result in a hit, so we got really lucky there. And that's really been the consistency throughout this stream. I got extremely lucky on good input from you guys, and it resulted in, line drives right to my fielders. We were making the plays out in the outfield. It's just kind of interesting how the game can vary at times. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you get really unlucky, and everything goes against you. But so far, I mean, throughout all the viewer games I played, it's really been a lot of fun. I really thank you guys for participating. Pablo Sanchez is going to throw his runner out at second base there to end it. Thank you all for watching this video. I'm College Lefty. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm still going through some of the clips for viewer games. I'm going to try and upload as many of these videos as I can. That's why another reason why I think it's great. You guys can see yourself on a video over on YouTube. But I appreciate the support. Have a great day.